Hello to the camera and to the ether. Ooh, that's better. Well, as you can see from the chaos around me, it's still as we left it, well, quite a while ago. It's the same degree of chaos that had accumulated as I had been distracted with my work. But it's slowly getting better. There are some things here and there that I've put away. And like with all things in life, it's a matter of patience and persistence. Speaking of which, I may already be working towards another offer. I've been given a couple of tasks to do as a test of my capacities, and well, I'm very excited to do them. Um, Hopefully, they pan out well. At the same time, there is a small part of me that uh, the small ungrateful part of me that's like, shit, I just took a breather. Do I have to get back to work again? But in this market, I'd much rather have the option of going back to work. And more than this market, I think it's just my general laziness that even spoke that, which is around 10% of me said that. 90% of me is like, yes, let's get back to this because I want to get back to building building the path to where I want to be, which is an entrepreneur. And this job, if it happens, will be, well, will be a pretty damn fast track there, because it's exactly the kind of exposure that I'm looking for and the kind of experience I'm looking for, because I also have a good rapport with the guy that I will be working with, and the terms of employment are also very favorable, so just has got to pan out. I'm gonna work for it. I'm going to respect the gods but not rely on their help. That's one of the commandments or rules of Miyamoto Musashi, which is that respect Buddha and the gods but do not count on their help. So I'm very much respecting Buddha and the gods and very grateful for the universe for what it gives me, but I am not going to rely on them and work towards making making this possibility a certainty. Otherwise, I went to the gym after a long time today, and it feels beautiful. It feels fucking amazing. And I also cooked food at home after a long time today. I realized it was just a matter of time. I needed an hour to cook two, two sessions worth of meals, which is for it took me an hour in the morning to cook my lunch and dinner and get it ready. And well, I cooked it in the morning itself because I've noticed that if I start cooking when I'm hungry, I get very impatient, and by the time I'm done, I feel like sleeping because I've gone past that point of hunger and just become very tired. So instead, if I just cook in the morning and keep it ready, that way when I'm hungry, I can just get straight to eating it, which I think is a which I think works out great for me because I tend to become distracted if I'm hungry, so it'll keep me in the optimal level of focus. That and the general, I don't know, satisfaction of having more time to myself, uh, which is something that I'm all the more grateful for. So now the hope is that I get a job that allows me to continue having more control over my time. It's obviously not going to be the same extent that I have right now, but the closest it gets to this, or rather, the closer it gets to this, the better. So, yeah, hoping for something like that. Otherwise, I've just. One more thing I was very grateful for today is sleeping for. I think I slept for around 9 hours, and I'm just. It, it feels like heaven. I can still. It still feels like heaven. And knowing that I can do that tonight as well, that's a that's a gift, man. That's a gift. Knowing that you can sleep in and it's not going to be a fucking problem. That's a gift. But I do have work tomorrow that I need to get to. So I'll have to keep that in mind as well. But there is no commute. There is no mandatory work hours. So I'm in a state of bliss. And if I get this job, that will continue. I won't have a commute. I won't have a mandatory work hour. Sorry, or set of work hours. So once again, pray fucking works out. One thing that I am worried about, which is super silly, but I pray to God it's not the silly things that fuck me in the butt. It is that in my house we have a superstition that things that we start on a Tuesday don't end up very well. So I'm just gonna pretend that today is when I started the work for this. Or I can just, you know, make a fucking title a fucking design document and put it in my store it in my laptop. That way it'll count as me starting the work, even though I haven't done jack shit. It counts as me starting the work, and it's and uh, I think 100%, not 100% sure, but I think in my religion, until you go to sleep and then wake up and then the sun has risen, it's not the next day. So today is still Monday. So I'm just gonna quickly make one Word document and call it the foundation stone. That way I started on a Monday. I'm gonna date this document from Monday. Just give me 1 second. I can't let my fear of superstitions get in the way. So I'm going to give in to that fear. Because it costs me nothing to give in to that fear. At least today it cost me nothing to give in to that fear. So I'm just gonna. Yeah. Yep. So yeah, I've technically started today, which is Monday. This shit that humans do, man. It's just fucking hilarious. And the funniest bit is, you can't say anything for certainty, so you just kind of, you say, if my belief isn't working for me, let me let go of that belief. And if I cannot let go of that belief, let me work for my belief then. And this is a silly little belief that I can't let go, so I don't mind, because the silliness of it makes sure that it's not harmful to anyone else. It's not even particularly harmful for me. It's just that when I do have the opportunity to give in to that fear, I do. When I don't have it, when say I have entirely forgotten about this, and I wake up the next morning and I realize, oh, and then I get the feeling of dread. I say, fuck it, fuck you, dread. Nothing's going to happen. I have the will of the universe with me, and that is awake in me. So I say, superstitions, if you do believe in them, when you have the opportunity to do it the right way, do it. When you don't, whatever stands in front of you is the right way. Fuck everything else. Fuck your fear. Because there is no point in fearing anymore. Just do it. Sorry about that. So, small set of screws that I was fiddling with. Should I lose that, it'll be a pain to replace. So, just picked it up. Anyways, there's nothing else really. Except for, I guess, just notice that perhaps the entire stream was a little off focus. But does not matter. You know why it doesn't matter? Because I didn't know about it. And as soon as I got to know, I fixed it. So that's all that matters. Anyways, I'm going to go head to bed. Get up. And once again, be grateful to start a day with more control over my time. And I'm going to express that gratitude. I commit to it right now. I'm going to commit to it right now. I'm going to express that gratitude by writing something the next morning. So, good night to you, to the camera, to the ether, and guys, whenever you watch this. Bye bye.